All right, and we are live. Sorry about that. It is a complete headache on content day because for whatever reason iRacing didn't want to work. I appreciate you all for tuning in. I especially appreciate the drivers for participating in tonight's event. This is going to be a fun one, y'all. I can't wait for it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the people who will be racing with us here tonight from Phoenix Raceway. This is the third or fourth race that we've had the doubleheader weekend. This time we arrived at Phoenix. Starting on pole tonight in the number 69 car is going to be Ashley Kolonix. Outside pole is going to go to the number 51 of Trent Curtis. Starting back in third is the 97 car of Jack Painter alongside Trent Galligan in the number 49. Brett Bennett in the number 47 will line up back in the fifth spot with Spencer Madden in the number 6 car and coincidentally 6th. Last time out when we broadcasted from this channel, Cole Fralick won back at The Rock. He lines up 7th alongside Rex Jenkins in 8th. 9th, you're going to find Isaac Johnson, you're back from Daytona, and fan favorite Mo Perry, number 54, lines up 10th. Back in the 11th spot, the Brit Harry Grindell, the number 70, alongside Corey Rexford in the 03. Ruby Estes in the 17th, lines up 13th, with John Szalwinski in number 18, lined up 14th. 15th, you're going to find a 39 of Ryan Wayne alongside Austin Rip. Trey Patton back in the 17th spot. Christopher Vanskoy in the number 30 lines up 18th. Adam Harrington the 19th. And Shane Sweeney rounds out the top 20. Back in 21st, you're going to find Devin Lentz alongside Ronald Swecki. Christopher B. Williams in the number 09 car lines up 23rd with William Schmidt, who I'm surprised is starting this far back, lines up 24th. Nathan Moeller in the number 00 lines up 25th. Gavin Newton back in 26th. Presley Sura 27th. Griffin Jones in the 18th spot. And Kyle Topman, number 1, lines up shotgun on the field. Let's take a look up towards the front of the field as everybody is still gridded up. We'll go ahead and get this up here. There's that. And there's that. We're still gridded up. I think they're still going through driver intros if I had to guess. As you can see that number 69, that is a not too bad looking car. It kind of reminds me of a car I painted for Chris Williams way back when. Especially with that number style with the straight up down numbers and that gradient metallic fun going on in the middle. Looking further back, shout out Spencer Madden in the number 6 car driving the number 6 Pennzoil Ford Mustang. Kind of a Steve Park livery, but also is, I'm going to assume, more of a callback to the old Pennzoil car like what you saw in the Gran Turismo days. You're going to have Cole Fralick as well, one of the guys you want to watch, driving that Sim Rat Markets, the swim car, just because your brain is automatically going to think there's an I in there, but it's not. That's always a colorful car. Mo Perry. Seems like always the bridesmaid, but it's less of a bridesmaid of even finishing up in the top 10. Something always seems to happen to him that results in him finishing further in the back than he belongs. And like way back, William Schmidt, that explains a lot. I was like, why is William Schmidt starting all the way that far back? That's because he's the one sole driver, I would say, representing the ARCA car. The old ARCA car. He's the one that makes this look like the actual ARCA series. Driving an old Gen 4, the legacy Gen 4 car. Then you look further back, Presley Sura. First time you've seen him on this broadcast, he ran at Daytona for the ARCA Menard series when they were down there around the same time that we did the Rockingham stream. In the same car that he ran then, which was designed by none other than Gavin Newton, who is not too far ahead of him in the Runnings Racing Designs number 48 car. I love that camera angle just because of the fact it blocks the wall. It blocks the car with the wall. So yeah, some solid cars. Christopher B. Williams. How many laps is he going to last tonight before he decides to park it? Running the B-Blaze Vintage number 09 car. As don't care about that. As they're going to go ahead and delay the green. They do that so that way I actually had time to do this, but because of the fact that I don't really need it, we're just going to go ahead and watch these guys, and we're going to go ahead and check out this new pit road while I continue to try and fill the airtime. So as they make their way through what I call turns 3 and 4, but in real terms is actually turns 1 and 2. But because, for whatever reason, NASCAR decided to take a great racetrack and turn it into a parking lot and then just reconfigure it for the fun of it. Now, this area that was the front stretch and had a great grandstand and an incredible bridge outside what was turn 4 is now just a parking lot for RVs. Then they're going to make their way all the way down into what was turn 1, now turn 3, into the O'Reilly restart zone. I'm not going to call it that. And then down the front stretch. And then here's Victory Lane. This all used to be grass down there. But no, like I said, 2012 turned into a parking lot. You can fit a Walmart in this place now. NASCAR is actually just here this past weekend. Ryan Blaney won. Go figure. Penske wins, but at least it was Ryan Blaney. There's also an IndyCar race here. It was actually a pretty good race from what I saw. I wouldn't know. I didn't get to see too much of it, but I heard great things about it. As that sun is just absolutely destroying the frame rate, we're going to see how long this lasts, because I am not confident now if that's how bad the sun is. So here we go. Making their way through turns 1 and 2. Down the long front straightaway, the pace car pulls off into the pit lane to let these drivers duke it out. 80 laps on the docket here tonight for the OSRL JOHNCAR double header weekend. Alex Kalanick's in the 69 car going to lead us to the green with Trent Curtis on the outside to fight him going off into the first turn. And as they make their way into the restart zone, green flag is in the air and we are racing here in Phoenix. As we make our way into the final turn, it's going to be Alex Kalanick leading the first lap. As you look back further into the field, there is Isaac Johnson and his teammate Cole Freilich trying to make their way up to the field here in the early portions of this race. Trying to utilize the bottom flat section of the racetrack, that parking lot section I was talking about during the pace laps. Also, I'm glad I remembered, hey, you should probably turn on the car audio so that way people can hear it, because they don't just want to hear me yap all night. Cole Freilich now going to try and run the top side. He is lined up behind Jack Painter's 97 car. As up front, Trent Curtis now trying to put a charge together for that 69 car, the number 51, the Midas touch machine of Trent Curtis, as they have a pretty good breakaway as Trey Galgan, the number 49 car, is holding off what is now a 3-car fight for the 4th position. That is between Jack Painter, Cole Freilich, and Isaac Johnson, 3 people who are usually running up towards the front for most of the race. Back behind them, again, you're going to see number 6 car of Spencer Madden in that Pennzoil Ford Mustang, as Mo Perry trying to make his way up to the field as well. As again, they can't seem to get around this number 49 car, as they are just content to fight it out back here. 3 wide here in the early portions of this race. That is not going to work. That's not going to last for long. And no surprise, Jack's going to be the one to back out and let these two just fight it out and more than likely run through their tires. Cole Freilich again going to run it up towards the high side, try to get that momentum off the corner towards the front straightaway. Isaac Johnson going to try and use every bit of momentum he can to shoot down there, slam that valence into the pavement, and he's going to clear Cole Freilich heading into turn number 1. Trey Galgan still holding on to that 3rd spot as they hold on to a pretty wide margin now, I would say, for the early portions of the race. A 1.2 second lead to 1st and 2nd. But you look back here, I mean, look at this. This is this is what you call a gaggle. Again, Johnson going to use the flat portion of the racetrack to try and cut underneath that number 49 car. He's going to try and send it in there. Possibly slide job. Nope. He's going to slide up to his door. And then Trey's going to get that run off corner exit into turn number 2. Down, this is going to screw me up all night. Down the back stretch into the turn number 3. And here comes Cole Freilich tightly on his back bumper as they make their way across the start-finish line. Jack Painter still kind of slowly falling his way back. I would assume he's just kind of feeling it out here in the early portion of this race. I don't expect him to find the pace later on. But Mo Perry right behind him, Spencer Madden in the 8th spot, Ruby Estes and Harry Grindell rounds out the top 10 as Corey Rexford holding on to a solid start here tonight. He currently runs in the 11th spot. Let's actually take a look back. I want to see how William Schmidt's doing. He is the one sole representative in the Gen 4, so I believe he deserves some airtime tonight for doing so, for taking the sacrifice to actually be the one to run a Gen 4 car. And right now he is outpacing Christopher Vanskoy, Kyle Totman, Rex Jenkins, and Nathan Moeller. I believe that's a Zach Tinkle car. Yes, I'm going to call him Zach. Go figure. Ashley Kalanick still holding on to the race lead. Trent Curtis back in the second spot as again the three-car fight is still raging on. Isaac Johnson can't get around him. He actually gets a little tail happy exit in the corner. That is going to allow Cole Freilich to sneak the nose underneath as back behind them it is three wide. Ruby Estes going to try and stick the nose in there. It's not going to work. Mo Perry, Morpheus Perry, is going to run the high side. He's stuck up there. Almost got into contact with Jack Painter, who's trying to give room to the number 17 car, who wisely backed out of it. Mo is going to clear him, hold on to that sixth spot, but again, up towards the front. The three-car fight rages on as the Madman Cole Freilich now sliding the tires on corner exit to the start-finish line. He's going to make his way down into turn number 1 as, man, that sun is just brutal. I'm so glad I'm not driving in these cars right now. He is still trying to put the moves on there. Isaac Johnson was not able to get the pass done. Let's see if Cole Freilich can be the one to finally make the move back around this number 49 car, who is still holding strong on to that third spot. Let's take a look out the rear bumper right now. He's going to try and now use that apron to give himself a bit of leeway heading into turn number 1. Cole Freilich going to try and run the low line. Trey's actually going to keep the door open. He's going to cut back down to block him from being able to make the pass. He's going to get a better run. If he's actually diamonding the corner, which is an interesting decision. Usually when I see people run here, they kind of just try to hug that bottom line. Sometimes you even see drivers run underneath it. Not this, guys. We actually have our first caution. Caution is out on the speedway. I'm going to believe is going to be number 1 of Kyle Totman. So let's go ahead, take a look back, and let's see what we can't find. Give me a second. It's been a minute since I've used this thing, so we're going to go ahead and just do it the hard way. Oh, now what you want to see. So this is actually going to start a bit further ahead from the looks of it. Trying to see who this car is up here. Great camera work. So it's going to start with the 42 car. That is Ronald Swecki. He already has damage. Oh! So he's going to be fighting with the 2 car. That is Shane Sweeney. He was running up in about the 19th position. He's just going to slide the tires off the corner exit, slam it into the inside pit wall. He has no steering, absolutely no steering. He's going to clear himself at the racetrack and then right into the path of the number 1 car. He had nowhere to go. And that is what you call a wreck. Oh, how about that? I remembered. I remember how this works. So again, you see just no steering whatsoever, and the car's just going to go straight. Right into the number 1 car. You hate to see it. ATVO just doesn't seem to want to work right now. So, forgive it doesn't look that good. Oh. Yeah, for whatever reason, it just really doesn't want to work right now. Interesting. Let's see if we can't find somebody to talk to. Oh, don't have time. Pace car is going to go back into pit road. So again, Alex Kalanick's leading the charge right now. Trent Curtis in the 2nd spot. Trey Galligan still holding on to 3rd. Cole Freilich in 4th. Isaac Johnson in the 5th position. Back into turn 1 and 2 they go. Trent gonna... Alex... I keep saying... I'm so sorry. Ashley is gonna slowly creep it in. Green flag is back out. You were back underway. Again, I apologize to Ashley. I don't know why I thought it was their name was Alex. So green flag is back out. As they are 4 wide behind him. That's not going to work, boys. Oh, my goodness. Cole Freilich gets swung all the way up into the wall. As they are still 3 wide. Trey is in a sandwich right now between Isaac Johnson and Cole Freilich. They're going to try and clear him. Trey is going to just dive into the corner to try and get himself a better runoff. But it looks like Cole might actually get this pass done. They're still side by side as they make their way through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaways, they're going to go real tight off corner exit. This isn't going to work too well. As you can see back there, someone collided into the wall. I'm going to believe that is Trey Patton, 66. Yes, number 66 Zen Machine. Slapped it with the right side off corner exit. He's going to fall like a rock right now. Is back up towards the front. Cole Freilich has, in fact, made the pass around that 49 car. Now he's going to try and put some clean laps together. See if he can't get a run up for the lead. But still, up front, Ashley Kalanick's leading the way. Trent Curtis in second, Cole Freilich in third. Trey Galligan still holding on to the 4th position. With Isaac Johnson now trying to find a way to make the move to get up into the 4th position. Further back in the field, Mo Perry now fighting against Ruby Estes for the 6th position. And I'd say right now, biggest mover of the race. Gavin Newton started all the way towards the back of the field. He has slowly maneuvered his way. He is now fighting Ryan Wayne for the 11th position and is knocking on the door for a top 10. Harry Grindell is the one holding on to it right now as he is currently in a fight with Spencer Madden for the 9th spot. Jack Painter, however, who started up towards the top 5, has now fallen back to the 8th position and continues to lose spots as Spencer Madden and the 6th machine trying to close the gap to try and get a pass going there. Still, as we now approach lap number 20, Ashley Kalanick, started on pole, has led every single lap up to this point, and they are now still large and in charge as that 51 of Trent Curtis continues to try and find any way they can to get a fight for the lead going. The gap right now, 0.2 of a second between the 69 and the 51. Behind them is the 15 car still running in the 3rd position, trying to do whatever he can to find some sort of momentum. But again, props to Trey Galligan. Has done an incredible job so far of maintaining his track position. Hasn't really fallen too far off. Doesn't seem to be running too aggressive. It's not easy to pass from the looks of it. Despite how easy, Gavin's able to make it look. Big hit in the back of the field. That is, I believe, the 25 Rex Jenkins. Similar situation to Trey Patton. Runs it high off turn number 2. And then just tanks it into the outside wall. He continues to hold on to it, as now the 2 people that did it are now about to start a fight for the 18th position. Looking at the fight up front, as Cole Freilich actually has now made the move around the 51 car. So while we're looking at that incident, Cole Freilich now about up into the runner-up spot. Trey Galligan now looking to the inside of Trent Curtis. He's going to try and make a pass here for the 3rd position as they make their way into turn number 3. He's going to try and slide it into the turn. Is not going to be able to get it done. Let's see if he can power him off corner exit though. Side by side, down the back straightaway as they make their way towards the final 2 turns towards the start-finish line. And Trent's going to hold on to it this time by. Ashley Klonix, though, still strongly holding on to the race lead. The gap now about half a second as it stands as they make their way to complete lap number 24. As we're putting down some laps right now. These drivers are really turning some laps. We're pretty close. I want to say don't want to say a third of the race. I think a third of the race is fair. Quarter of the race. Words are hard. I'm better at calling drag racing. Let's just say that. Ruby Estes now side by side with the 33 car. He's actually going to give him the door. Isaac Johnson now moved up and out of the way. Here comes Jack Painter peeking on the inside. He's going to try and make a fight to take back the 6th position from Isaac Johnson. Isaac going to hold on to that outside line as they make their way out of turn number 4 across the start finish line. And now here comes Jack Painter, going to try and dive it all the way as low as he can, give himself as much of a run. Let's see if he shoots it into the corner. You're damn right he is. Slide job. He's going to get the pass done. Move Isaac Johnson up into the 6th spot. Is up ahead. Here comes Trent Curtis now under fire from Trey Galligan. He's going to try and take over the 3rd spot. Rubies is going to try and follow him through to take over the 4th position. Trey is going to complete the pass. And here comes Ruby now. Let's see. Are they going to dive into the corner? Same way that we saw Jack Painter do. He's going to try and do it. Is not going to clear them. They're going to go side by side down the straightaway. And this is going to allow Trey to open up a bit of a gap right now. Or they're just going to fall back in line. Now, Trey once again under fire. As he tries to take back the 3rd position. But doesn't seem like anything's going to happen with it. As the fight still rages on back here between Isaac Johnson and Jack Painter. These two are going at it here for trying to get up to the top 5 spot. Jack Painter now starting to find the rhythm, get the pace back under him, and now he's starting to pick his spots back. Got around Isaac Johnson. Now knocking on the door of that 17 car to get back around Rubies as he tries to charge back up to fight for the race lead. With that race lead, though, Ashley Kalanick still holding strongly on to the race lead. The gap now about to open up to about a second as they make their way down the back straightaway. 0.8 of a second, and still growing as Cole Freilich might have peaked his tires right now. Trying to do whatever he can to close that gap up. Let's go on board and let's see if we can find out what Cole Freilich's doing to try and catch up. They're going to make their way into turn number 1. Seems like the groove has moved up about a lane right now. They're running about a seam up from the yellow line as they make their way down what was the front straightaway. Again, I can't stand this. The sun glaring into these drivers' eyes as they make their way into turn number 3. As the gap is about to go over a second. Ashley just has a stronghold on this field right now. Cole gonna now, rather than take that shortcut, is going to run it normally, which is usually just a tire saving measure just because of the fact you run it on that flat part, you just run through your tires. We saw that all during championship weekend out at Phoenix at the end of last season. There's a gap now. Officially over a second. As this number 69 car is just having their way with the field right now. Doesn't seem that anybody really is able to put up the fight with her. Really strong performance here in the first half of this race. As looking back now, Trey Galligan has clawed his way back up to the back bumper of that 15 car, and now they're going to try and move themselves back into the 2nd position. Or you say into the 2nd position. They made their way about around Trent Curtis, as Trent Curtis still under fire from Ruby Estes. And now Trey Galligan is starting to find the pace to make a move to get up into the runner-up spot. The gap now 1.2 seconds as we close in to complete lap number 33. As they continue to knock down the laps here. Here comes Trey Galligan now, peeking down to the inside of the 15 car. Not able to do anything with it just yet. Cole Freilich, though, going to run it all the way up to the wall. And as I say that, Trent Curtis gets into the wall. That's going to allow Ruby to make her way around the number 51 car into the 4th position. Trent Curtis, who started on the outside pole, is just losing spots right now. And he's about to open the door for Jack Painter to take back a top 5 spot. The tires have gone away from this 51 car. And these veteran drivers who have been running this series for a long time are now just picking them off. Picking off the scabs and making their way and charging up to the front. Like I said, Jack Painter was someone who we knew eventually was going to be up at the front of the field. I expected he's probably feeling the car out, trying to see what he could do, save his tires a little bit as he gets later into the run. He's going to start picking them off one by one as now he looks to get around this 51 car. Up towards the front, though, Cole Freilich has once again found the pace, opened up a bit of a breather gap between themselves and Trey Galligan. But at the same time, has lost a bit more ground to the leader as Ashley Kalanick's up ahead. They now have about a 1.5 seconds lead over Cole Freilich. As Freilich right now is pretty much either banking on a caution or just trying to hang on and wait for that green flag pit stop. As here comes Trey Galligan now peeking back down to the inside, trying to do whatever they can. It's just not working. As I think my iRacing is now crashing again. Oh, this is incredible. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, just bear with me. I'm going to try and reset the stream here. iRacing is just not want to work with me tonight. Alright, we have found our way back into the race now. Do not know what happened. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like a lot has happened except for the fact that Ashley is still just growing their lead over Cole Fairlick. It's now 1.6 seconds. We have officially crossed halfway with lap 44 on the board. Jack Painter still back in the 6th spot, trying to make their way around Trent Curtis in the 51 car. As Trey Galligan is still under attack from Rubiensis for that 3rd spot. Again, hats off to Ashley. Started on pole, has led every single lap so far. They are just dominating this race. Nobody seems to have anything to bring the fight to the 69 car tonight. It has just been lights out perfect from them so far. We still have about 44 laps to go here. There's still a lot of racing left to decide here. If you look back further, I believe that is Presley Sora who has officially gone a lap down. I don't even see him on the timing charts unless their number is different. Yes, it is. Oh, I believe I'm completely wrong. Yeah, they're actually in the 6th position. I do not know what I missed. Presley Sora now up into the 6th spot. My apologies for that, Presley. Gavin Newton still back in the 11th position. With Corey Rexford in the 12th spot, as that is Shane Sweeney. That's the one who I saw start to go a lap down. Back up front, though. Ashley holding them a 1.7 second lead. It's about to go to 2 seconds right now. As looking further back in the field, you can see the 19 car. That is Devin Lentz. As the field leaders make their way around them. put them a lap down. That's going to break up this fight between Trey Galgan. Actually, it's going to do nothing except make it worse because the 19 car is not content with getting out of the way right now. They think they're faster than the 49 car, so they're just going to go ahead and run with them. That's doing nothing except help Rubiestis get themselves up to the 3rd position. As you look further back, as now there's a fight going on there for the 5th position between Presley Sora and Jack Painter. Presley Sora makes the pass. They're going to go ahead and take over the 5th position as here comes Jack slinging back on the inside trying to take the spot back. Presley, though, going to clear him with ease, and now they move themselves up into the top 5. As back up front, this 19 car, I'm going to assume they just pitted with how fast they're running right now. No. It says they have gone 45 laps on these tires. So they pit. I'm going to assume they pitted under the caution. Oh, yeah, he's just clearing himself in front of Cole Freilich, and Cole Freilich is not going to be a fan of that. That is not a move you want to do. I don't know why the 19 car is racing like this, but you're already 2 laps down at this point. Or 1 lap. Yeah, 5. It actually shows him 5 laps down. He scored in the 26th spot, but it still shows him on the lead lap. Not sure what's going on there. I assume he is a lap down. But up front still, this Ashley Kolonix, a 2-second lead now over 2nd place Cole Freilich, who is trying to navigate his way around some less than willing lap traffic. As it looks like Cole Freilich now going to be one of our first little leaders to make their way down pit road. So Cole Freilich has held on long enough. They're going to make the drive down pit road. He's going to be the first one to try and undercut the leaders to see if they can't take over the front spot. Ashley Kolonix, though, she is still holding on to the race lead. The 2nd place now is Mo Perry, who is now 7 seconds behind the race leader, Ryan Wayne, in the 3rd spot. Austin Ripp staying out in the 4th spot. Rex Jenkins in 5th. Chris Vanskoy in 6th. As Cole Freilich now entering the pit box. You can see there's number 4 of Adam J. Harrington making their way out. You can see there's Chris Aurelio. He's actually on the pit sign this weekend. Usually it's been Joe Donahue. He changed it up. And here comes Ashley Kolonix, the race leader. She is making her way down pit road. The long drive down this pit road. She is going to go all the way around this bend to the attention of her pit crew. At the same time, Cole Freilich has made his way back out onto the racetrack. Mo Perry, another race leader. Cole Freilich is going to merge right in line with Harry Grindel. So it looks like Cole Freilich is going to lose a few spots out of this. He's going to fall back in line behind Grindel. He's going to shoot it off into the corner. He's going to drive wide. Here comes Trey Galgan going to try and slide underneath the number 70 cars. Now there's a 3-way fight here for the top 10 spot. As Mo Perry still staying out on the racetrack. As this is actually the closest fight we've had for a lead. Is between Mo Perry in the 54 car and Ryan Wayne, the number 39. As you can see the 48 car, that is Gavin Newton, who is currently scored all the way back in 23rd. He is on fresher tires, however, so he's going to go ahead and take one of his laps back. He's going to clear himself. Now he's 2 laps down. As right behind them, though, you're going to see that is the 69 car of Ashley Kolonix now in a fight with the 51 car of Trent Curtis. This is what is going to be for the race lead as they are scored in the 7th position. Ahead of them is Trey Patton, Chris Vanskoy, Rick Jenkins, Austin J. Ripp, Ryan Wayne, and Mo Perry. But this is what is going to essentially be the fight for the race lead when these people pit. So now, as Ashley starts to pick her way through through the slower traffic who have yet to pit, she's now under attack from Trent Curtis, who's going to try and optimize on this and try and find a way to get around that 69 car to try and keep themselves at bay, as he's going to come up and hit the outside wall. That's going to allow Cole Freilich to make the move. Let's see if he dives into the corner. You bet he is. He's going to try it. Doesn't seem to have enough speed or momentum to get it on the inside, but he should be able to clear him as he uses the number 39 car of Ryan Wayne as a pick. Now move Cole Frelick up to what is going to be second spot. As the 51 car is going to give a bump to the 39 car. I try to move him out of the way. He's going to peek down low. He actually hits the apron and gets a little bit loose. As now Cole Frelick tries to catch that number 69 car. As up ahead, they right now are in the 7th spot. Trying to run down the number 66 of Trey Patton. So all these drivers actually are a lap down. So this was to get themselves effectively back in the lead lap, as Mo Perry is just running the high side. He's going to try and extend this thing out as long as he can. I'm assuming he is just banking on a caution to try and get himself a solid finish here tonight. And he's going to... How about that? Commentator's curse. Don't you love it? The caution has come out. I try to see who it is. It is the number 6 of Spencer Madden. You hate to see it. As he has some significant damage there to the rear end of that race car. Let's see if we can't get a replay on the board to see what happened. ETVO is just not want to work with me tonight. So you're going to make your way into turn number 1, or turn number 3. And oh! Whoa! Oh! Hard hit. Significant contact there. I'm not sure what that might have been. But we're going to try and see if we can't pick this apart. So it looks like the goal here was 2 drivers trying to go for opposite lines, and obviously netcode was going to play a big factor into this. But it seems like the plan was Isaac Johnson wanted to cut down to the apron, and Spencer Madden was going to try and run the normal line. Instead, these two are going to meet in the middle. I'm going to see if I can't find a better camera angle for this. It's somewhat better, but it still doesn't really get the job done. So you're going to see Isaac going to try and run it off the wall. Spencer Madden's right there. And not intentionally, but just straight hooks him. And just huge contact there for that number 6 machine. Isaac Johnson is going to slide it down the racetrack. We're going to try and see if he hits anything here. Oh, yeah, he's going to hit that inside wall pretty good. Oh, actually, just a little kiss. Not bad. So significant damage there, and this is going to allow people who did not pit to make their scheduled pit stops. So it looks like actually Mo Perry. Oh, you guess he already pitted. The replay just takes so long. It's always a bit of a mind-confusing thing when that happens. You go on the replay and you come back, you're not sure where people are. So here we go. The wave rounds are going to get their laps back. One of those is Jack Painter, who is still stuck a lap down. So they're all going to go around, get their laps back, and get caught up to the rear end of the field. As up towards the front, Ashley Kolonix in the Trevor Project number 69, as we are actually going to delay the green flag here, as drivers are still getting their positions sorted from the looks of it. You see the 47 car taking their lap back. Let's see if we can't find somebody to talk to real quick. We're going to go ahead and try and see if we can't bother Cole Frelick. I can even get him down here. I don't know if I can. I can get this stupid thing off my screen because, of course, they need to tell me that one piece is out. Which I don't need to know. Oh, Cole Frelick, there's no Carmichael in the booth. You got a coffee real quick? Yeah, sorry about that. Real quick, as we go to Wonder Green, what's it going to take here to beat Ashley Kolonix? How tough is it to beat him right now? Because it seems like they just have control over this field. Fair enough. Good luck out there. I moved into the wrong booth. We're gonna... I'm really screwing it up. I'm sorry about that, Cole. I'm gonna go ahead and just request that the broadcast room get moved up above the voice channels because it's really hard for me to move them. That's not. We'll figure that out after the race. Again, the tickers did not want to work. There we go. There we go. Ashley Kalonix now holding on to the race lead. Cole Frelick in the second position now. Green flag is back in the air. Let's see. Can Cole Frelick get that run? No, he's not. He's going to sleep on the restart. Mo Perry, however, is going to stay right on the back bumper. Let's see if they can't get the run to pass that 69 car. No, they are not. They're going to be content to ride in the second spot. Cole Frelick going to try and take the spot back as there is a gaggle of automobiles back there. Fighting for the top 5. They are 3 by 3. They're about to go 4 wide as Presley Sora trying to make a move to the inside. They are 4 wide, heading off of turn number 4 towards the front straightaway. And it looks like the big loser might be that 25 car. As cars are just everywhere. Cole Frelick now back up into the second spot. Mo Perry back in third. Trent Curtis finds himself back up into the 4th spot. Running at the top 5 is going to be that 39 car of Ryan Wayne. As Spencer Madden. Oh, there goes Isaac Johnson going to get turned around. Big wreck. That's a 2 car of Shane Sweeney. The 70 of Harry Grindell as well as... I can already guess what happened. No, it is not Spencer Madden. He's nowhere near it. We're going to go ahead and go back because iRacing doesn't want to work. So I'm going to try and find a better camera angle for this. Yep. There are 3 wide. That is Chris Williams in the middle with the 25 car of Rex Jenkins on the high side. So Rex going to come off the wall and just know where to go for Chris Williams. So he gets squeezed down into Isaac Johnson's path. And then all hell breaks loose. You can see, Gavin's going to save this car somehow. That is incredible. Can't say the same thing for Isaac Johnson. He got turned straight into the wall. Right into the path of number 2 of Shane Sweeney. Harry Grindell hard on the binders, trying not to hit anything. Looks like Trey Patton might have skated away with minimal damage out of that. So did the 79 car. Incredible job by William Schmidt to make his way through the accident scene with no damage at all. I want to go ahead and just take a ride along with him because that's incredible. There you go, hard on the binders. Oh, wow. Great job there. As now, once again, we are under caution now for the 3rd time tonight as we approach 10 laps to go here in Phoenix. The positions are relatively the same. That is Ashley Kalonix in the race lead. Cole Frelick in 2nd. Mo Perry again in 3rd. With the 51 of Trent Curtis in 4th and Ryan Wayne back in 5th. Some updates on the drivers who were involved in that wreck. You can see there is Christopher B. Williams. He's going to navigate his way down to his pit box to try and get some damage repaired as he was in the middle of all that. Isaac Johnson going to Frankenstein this thing with no nose. He knows that he's pretty much in a pretty rough spot right now after being involved in 2 separate incidents. Let's get a status report on the 70 of Harry Grindell. He might have gotten away with that just because of the fact that he was already up against the wall. He's actually trying to take some of his spots back because of the fact that he might have not really been involved in that. You can see there's... Oh, wow. They're going to have to call... I don't know if they're going to... Oh, this is going to be rough. Drivers are still trying to find their way into position. Presley Sora falls back 2 rows because of that. It now looks like the field is set and they're going to be ready to go here. They're going to go green with 11 laps to go. Ashley Kalonix, who has led about every single lap besides the pit cycle, has dominated the race. Let's see if she can't get a solid restart again. Cole Frelick alongside him. He's going to be ready. Green flag in the air again. Cole Frelick not be able to hold even with him as now Mo Perry is going to try and see if they can't make the charge to get around the 69 car. 11 laps to go here in Phoenix. Side by side once again for the 2nd spot. Trent Curtis is going to bounce off the wall. That's going to allow Ryan Wayne to get on the inside. He's going to try and make the pass for the 4th position. As back once again, they're running 3 wide. Let's see if they can make it work this time. Harry Doe going to get a little bit loose. He's going to hold on to it. as stuck in the middle of all of that. Oh, we got a wreck. That is the number 25 car, Rex Jenkins, that gets turned around there. As again, we are under yellow. Real quickly, let's go back and take a look at this. Oh, he just got loose. He's going to come off of corner number 4. Wheel spin and all, right into the past 17 car, who tries to get on the binders. She was already sideways by the time they make contact, trying to lock in the brakes. And the 25 car just goes around. So, no harm. No foul, really. Doesn't look to be any damage to the left rear quarter panel of that 25 car. As for the 17 car of Ruby Estes, same for them. That might have been netcode. They were going to hit anyways, but that might have been netcode that caused that. So back up at the front, Ashley Kalanick still in the race lead. We're going to try and see if we can finally get a word with him here. Ashley Kalanick has Noah Carmichael up in the booth. You got a copy? You started on pole. You've dominated all night long. You got 9 laps to go. Take us through how this race has gone for you so far. You have these people behind you. You got Cole Frelick, who seems to have slept on the past 2 restarts. She now has the 3rd chance. What's it going to take to try and keep that momentum to be able to clear yourself and have a clear gap going into turn number 1? And then as you get ready for this restart, you have a lot of drivers itching to try and take this lead. Cole Frelick being one of them. Mo Perry's lined up right behind you. He's timed the restart with you perfectly. And you have Trent Curtis, who's run up with you all night long. Which of these leaders right now are you most scared of as you look to go into these final 7 or so laps? As I believe we're going to get the 1 to green here. We'll let you get back up in the booth. Good luck out there, and hopefully we get to talk to you here by the end of it. And that is your leader, Ashley, who, again, I apologize earlier in the race. I completely mispronounced their name all night long, but I did fix it. And now they're going to go double file once again. Ashley Kalanick, who we just talked to, your race leader, going to try and get the same start she's been getting all night long. Cole Frelick now in second. He's had 2 chances to try and time this restart right and has failed both times and has lost complete car lengths heading into the first turn. While Mo Perry has been able to time the restart perfectly, but just doesn't have the confidence to shoot it into the turn number 1, to try and get the slide job done. But now they're going to make their way down the back straightaway. 7 laps to go, coming to 6. It's Kalanick, Frelick, Perry, Curtis, and Wayne rounding out the top 5 with Jack Painter in the 6th spot. To make their way through the restart zone. Can we get it done this time? In the box we go. Green flag is in the air. We're racing once again, and Cole Frelick this time is ready for it. But again, same story as before. Looks like Kalanick's going to be able to clear it. Here comes Mo Perry. Let's see if he tries to send it into the corner. Not going to happen. Same story as before. Frelick going to try and run the outside line to get himself back up to the 2nd spot. That is going to allow Ashley Kalanick to build herself, again, a little bit of a strong buffer zone. As Cole Frelick now up into 2nd. He's going to try and bring back the trophy of the steering wheel. Going to dive it down onto the apron. Let's see if he has momentum this time. 5 laps to go. He is starting to put the charge down to 69 car. Mo Perry back in the 3rd spot, trying to hold off Trent Curtis for the position. Jack Painter as well, trying to move themselves up. He started back in the 6th spot, was running back further all night long as we have some cars getting loose. That is Christopher B. Williams, who seemingly tagged the outside wall. They're going to hold on to it. We stay green. As up at the front, Cole Frelick yet again going to try and use the apron to his advantage. Is not clear yet. Does not have anywhere near enough pace to try and stick the nose under. 4 laps to go as they are 3 wide behind him yet again. That is between the 51 car, who's going to get turned. That is Jack Painter, who is turned into the inside wall as he is going to immediately tow it back to pit lane. As we are under yellow yet again for what I believe is the 5th time tonight. So once again, similar situation, kind of a racing deal thing going on here. Jack Painter trying to get the power off the corner, slides his tire, spins it out. Again, same situation for Rubies. There's just nowhere to go. Is already on the inside. And there he goes. Right in front of the nose of the 17 car. And he's going to spin it into the inside wall. And I think he just alt F4'd it. He's like, I'm done with it. You guys can have it. So now we're under caution again for what I think is the 5th time tonight. We're going to have our first green-white checkered finish. We've talked to first place. We've talked to second place. Now, I think it's time we talk to third place. Bo Perry, Noah Carmichael in the booth. You got us? I'm doing just fine. Seemingly just as fine as you are. You're running up there in third. You've put yourself in a pretty good position here for the end. What's it going to take here to try and steal this win? Well, when you did the last restart, it was about 6 laps ago. Now you're going to go green here with a green-white checkered. You've seemingly timed those restarts well enough to be on the back bumper. When do you pull the trigger to try and pull that slide job into turn 1? All right, man. Well, good luck out there. Hopefully we get to speak to you after the race. So now we know the strategy for Ashley Kalonix. That's hold on to the race lead. We know the strategy for Cole Freilich. That is checkers or wreckers. And then we know for the plan for Mo Perry, and that's basically just pray. Seemingly just pray. Hope he has the momentum to go out there and try and get the job done and hopefully get the winner or at least a top 5 finish. So now as they make their way again through turn number 1, same story as before. Kalonix, Freilich, Perry, Wayne, Curtis, your top 5. Into the restart zone they go. It's going to be a green, white, checkered. Cole Freilich tried to time the restart, but again, the outside line is just not enough. As he's going to fall back to about the 3rd or 4th spot. He's hopefully going to have enough momentum to keep himself up there to take back 2nd. Freilich going to drive it deep into turn number 3, or turn number 1. Going to try and run it off the wall. Here comes Mo Perry, going to try and hold on to the inside line. Freilich now up to 2nd. As white flag going to be thrown in the air this time by one more lap for Ashley Kalonix. Let's see if Freilich can get that run he's been looking for. He's clear this time by. Is this the time when he dives in deep? He's going to possibly peek the nose down low. Or instead, he's going to try and set himself up for a dive bomb into turn number 3. Trent Curtis now down on the apron trying to take back the 3rd spot. Down the final straightaway, Ashley Kalonix has dominated the race all night long. Freilich with the last dive bomb. It's not going to be enough. Out of turn number 4, Ashley Kalonix is going to win here in Phoenix. As they wreck across the line. That is Christopher Williams. Oh, melee in the back of the field. As all of the running racing cars are involved in it. But up at the front, Ashley Kalonix wins it here. Dominating performance here in Phoenix. All night long has just been one of the dominant forces. For whatever reason, my ATV does not show how many laps they led. Let's see if we can't see it here. 72 of the 83 laps right here tonight she has led. Just a straight dominating performance by the 69 car. She is going to burn it down on the front stretch here at Phoenix. And rightfully so. Nobody had anything to contend with her all night long. She had one point, about a 2-second gap over the race leaders. As it seems like nobody was even able to get a nose in on her. The only time they were at a chance was when they went through lap traffic or on the restarts. So as she burns it down, let's go ahead and do your run through here for the top 10. Winning the night's race, like we said, Ashley Kalanick started on pole, led 72 laps. Cole Freilich gonna finish in second. Mo Perry holds on to a strong third place finish. Ryan Wayne holds on to fourth. Harry Grindell, number 70, rounds out your top five. Trent Curtis, who started outside pole, falls back to sixth. Trey Galligan, who ran in the top five most of the race, falls to seventh. Ruby Estes, after having back-to-back being in the wrong place, wrong time incidents, rounds out eighth. Trey Patton, after collecting into the wall early into the race, rounds out with a top 10 finish, and rounding out the top 10 is the 30 of Christopher Van Scoy. 11th, you're going to find a 25 of Rex Jenkins. 12th is the 18 of John Shaletzky. 13th is Austin J. Ripp. The one lone Gen 4 car of William Schmidt rounds out 14th. Spencer Madden, who was involved in a wreck with Isaac Johnson earlier in the race, finished as 15th. Christopher B. Williams bounces back to a top 20 finish. Adam Harrington finishes 17th. Shane Sweeney 18th. Isaac Johnson, who was running top 5 all night long, gets involved in a wreck midway through the race, or late in the race, I should say. He finishes 19th, and Corey Rexford finishes 20th, 2 laps down. 21st, Gavin Newton. 22nd, Presley Sora. 23rd is the 19 of Devin Lentz. 24th is the 00 of Nathan Muller. He is, I believe, the last car to finish on track. 97, Jack Painter, who's running top 5 all night long, gets collected in a wreck on a restart, alt F4s. Calls the night, he finishes 25th. Brett D. Bennett finishes 26th. Kyle Totman in 27th. Ronald Swecky finishes 28th. And Griffin Jones was the off-track M, and that's why he is shown 83 laps down. Let's go ahead and see if we can't talk to some of our winners here. Let's go ahead and bring in your race winner. That being the number 69 of Ashley Kalanick. Ashley. Hey. Well, we talked to you earlier. You said the goal was to try and time the restarts the same way you did before. Seems like it worked. Dominating performance here tonight. Has the feel to get I believe, your first win of the season. You know, you've led 72 laps tonight. It didn't seem like anybody really had anything for you. Just what was the secret out there for you to go out there and get this strong of a run all night long? And then as you head into the next few races, what's going to be the plan as you look ahead? You talked about running the Gen 4 car. You're just going to keep going and running the ARCA car as you seem to have found the pace that you needed? Well, before I let you go here, do you have anybody you want to thank before we send you off? Well, congratulations on the win tonight, and hopefully we get to see more of you in Victory Lane here as the season moves on. And that is your race winner, Ashley Cloud. Let's go ahead and move in. Second place, Cole Freilich. Cole, you had a strong performance all race long, with those restarts really seemed to kill it there. Just how much that set you back here as you looked at those last three restarts?